I don't know who this message is for, but if you are chosen by God, truly, truly one of his chosen ones, you will always feel like you are living or working in survival mode. Because there is something about being chosen specifically for God and for God's purpose, and the enemy sends so many distractions your way. He will literally keep you working in this repetitive cycle, even sending people your way to like distract you or knock you off course or to take you out of what God is calling you to. So you feel like you're constantly just working, like I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this, I need to do that. And then you'll constantly feel your life going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. I talk so much on my YouTube channel. If you don't follow me or you're not subscribing to my YouTube channel, please go check it out. The link is in my bio. But I talk so much on my YouTube channel just about what the different tricks and tactics the enemy sends your way to stopping you from being exactly who God is calling you to be. But you will constantly feel like you're almost not living the life that God is calling you to live, or that you're not exactly where you are supposed to be. And it is because honestly, you'll be feeling or doing what feels like you're living in survival mode, which is, I don't know if anyone is aware of what survival mode is. Survival mode makes you feel like you're watching the world live, but you're not living it. It makes you feel like you're constantly in this state of franticness or this constant state of panic, always feeling like you need to do something or achieve something or something. You just need to always feel like you're doing something. And even when you get that moment where you're just not doing something, you feel bad about it. You feel like I should be doing something right now. I have to be doing something right now. Or I don't feel important. I don't feel good. I don't feel this. I don't feel that. I am getting on here right now to let you know, if you have experienced being in survival mode, if you feel like you're living your life and the days are going by but you don't feel fulfilled or you don't feel like you're doing enough, this is because you are chosen by God, and the enemy is doing everything he can right now in your life, using everything, he uses everything to conspire against you so you can actually be in reality. You are literally, if you're in survival mode, you're literally living a life that God is not calling you to live. Our God calls us to live a safe life, a peaceful life, a patient life, a life that feels like, hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm experiencing all these technical difficulties trying to make this video, which makes me even more, want to do it, because I know it's someone will be set free from this video and realize that the way that they've been living their life is not what God intended. But I lived all of my life in survival mode until this past year. God has been allowing me to finally see what is going on around me and what is causing me to live like this, and also what past traumas and what past situations have caused me to kind of stay in this repetitive cycle of just in this hamster wheel. And I use the hamster wheel analogy because the hamster wheel just keeps going and going and going, right? No real direction, no real path, no real anything. You're just constantly working for no reason. And it was one day I looked up and I just was like, this can't be life, right? This can't be life. This can't be what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. I feel even my achievements that I am achieving, I feel like they're not enough. And I know that's not God. I know if my God is an abundant God, if my God is a fulfilling God, if my God is God, there has to be more to this path than what I am taking it in as. And so I went and finally decided to talk to God about it and just let him know I was really unsatisfied with the way my life was going, and he had let me know that I was working in survival mode. I wasn't taking time to be present with my children. I wasn't taking time to be present even with myself, and how certain situations would trigger me, or certain situations would bring certain different sides out of me, or how just really internally, even though I was accomplishing things, I wasn't really happy. I wasn't really enjoying life. So I wanted to get on here today to speak to someone who feels that they too, after watching this video, you're like, I think I'm living in survival mode. I feel like I'm not living the life that God has intended for me to live. I just wanted to tell you, for one, it's the first acknowledgement of it, right? You have to acknowledge that the life that you're living is not the one that you feel God wants you to live. That's the first thing. The second thing is starting to really picture what, if you had a chance to like create your life, how would that look, right? Because when you're in survival mode, you don't really take the time to be like, I'm living like this, but this, when you're in survival mode, you don't have the time to think like, I'm living like this, but I want to live like this. You don't have the time to think about that because you're just always doing something. And so the second step is really just thinking about it. Like, if you were right now to be able to be slowed down and be in tune with yourself and be in tune with your future self in your life, what does being out of survival mode looks like for me? And for me, it was just simple, like being able to enjoy a sunset, being able to smell flowers, and when I'm taking a walk, being able to take in nature, being able to take in myself, also being patient with myself, also allowing myself to rest. If I don't feel like doing something, then I don't want to do that. Something as simple as taking in like my feelings and stuff when I'm around certain people. Like, if certain people bring certain sides out of me, like paying attention to that and wondering and paying attention to how my body feels and what part of my body feels what when I'm around certain people and what certain things people bring out of me. It's being out of survival mode means being in tune with yourself, and being in tune with God. The third thing was, once you've understood that you are in survival mode, and once you start picturing your life out of survival mode, the last thing and the only thing to do now is to surrender to God. God, I see now that the way I've been living is wrong, and I know now the way I want to live. If this aligns with your plan for my life, please, God, I'm ready to be free out of my will, because I've been doing things my way. And that's what survival mode is too. We're living in our sin, in our flesh. We're living in that, and we're living in what the enemy has kind of took in us and ran with. We're living with those things. But something so powerful happens when you surrender to God and you let him know, like, I no longer want to go into this path. Because once I surrender, God, in each and every little task and every little thing, it was like he opened it up for me. He allowed me to see how I've been living life, and when these same situations would occur, he then would like introduce me to a new way of doing that. He would introduce me to a new way of thinking when these same situations occurred and I'm around these same people. He would talk to me and minister through to me and just let me know how to move differently, now that I'm working myself out of survival mode. Now, as someone who is no longer working in survival mode, I also came to understanding that working in survival mode is also working in a people-pleasing state, which thankfully I am no longer there. But it took a lot of tears. It took a lot of patience with myself, because I would be so aggravated. Like, I would literally not want to do something, and then somebody would... Y'all, the amount of technical difficulties I am going through trying to record this video is crazy. Like, truly crazy to me. But I would do things that didn't make me feel good to please other people. And I would do this all the time. And survival mode also looks like doing what other people want you to do, doing what you think will make other people happy, when then you have to sit with yourself at the end of the day and just be like, this had no benefit to me. This had no like, I'm doing all of these things, but this doesn't even make me feel good. I'm just doing it because they asked me to. I'm doing it because this is what they think of me. Being out of survival mode looks like catering to yourself and your needs and what you need in this season and what you need to feel good and be good to yourself. Like, anything that calls you out of that, again, it's not in God's will. So I had so much more to say, y'all, but my video kept cutting out. But I think you guys get the gist of it. Like, if you're in survival mode and this video makes you realize that you're in survival mode, one, be kind to yourself, because I spent all of my life being in survival mode. Like, literally. Be kind to yourself. I went through a whole mourning stage. I'm going to be honest. I went through a whole mourning stage. Like, I cried probably for like a week straight, y'all. Just like so disappointed in myself. But then I felt bad for myself. And then I felt, like, oh God, like, how did I just let something like this just take over my life? And be kind to yourself. Grieve if you have to. Mourn this old self that you have to. But once you get out of that, promise yourself that you'll never go back into survival mode. Promise yourself you'll only live life according to your rules and how you see yourself living. Nobody else is the writer of your book but you. Nobody else is the creator of your story but you. Like, only you can live your life. So take back the pen and you finish writing that book. Now that you're out of survival mode, you finish writing that book and you put the ending on it the way you intended your life to be. So I hope this word was helpful, guys. Again, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, the link is on my page in my bio. Please go subscribe. But coming out of survival mode means finding true inner peace. It means finding your true authentic self. And I want that for you so badly. Now that I'm out of that and I'm walking in my true authentic self, I want that for everybody, because it really is truly the missing link to being great and being successful, and not to the eyes of the world, not to the eyes of other people, but to the eyes of God in yourself. And you have to know that that is so valuable. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.